Welcome, America. I come to you with information that is real. An experience that's been very detrimental to the life of the elderly or other elderly, handicapped, disabled female who was born and naturalized in America. America, I raise my right hand up to God in peace together. I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Back in the year 2000, my brothers and sisters of this new decade, 2020, in the beginning, I was born through my mother's womb. I was raised in a community of Cleveland, Ohio, during my arrival. I have been denied my constitutional rights in America under the First Amendment, freedom of religion, freedom of speech. I am a standing, or other words, I am in good standings with the state of Missouri. I have a charter number, registered as a non-profit entity in America. I am the president, and I met the mother of my grandchildren, whom is the great niece of the late Delarice. I've been administering service to this elderly and handicapped individual going on about five calendar years, providing her with the service she needs so that she will not have to be dependent on nursing homes because of her disability. She has the right to fair housing in America under the Fair Housing Act. Before I met Miss Reese, she lived in California. She moved to the state of Missouri in order to see her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren, whom she have never, ever seen before. And one of the reasons she left California because she was evicted from the California Housing Authority because she allowed her daughter, who lived in Atlanta, Georgia, she moved to California to take care of her mother who lived in housing. And her health care worker was her cousin who passed away with breast cancer. So her daughter sacrificed and moved to California, and housing authority said, no, ain't no way. And they evicted her for 5 years before she was eligible for housing. She didn't owe them no money or nothing. She didn't owe them a dime. It's all because of her medical history that they evicted her, because she allowed her daughter to stay with her and be around her all the time to help administer to her medical needs, which I feel is a violation of her civil rights as a naturalized citizen in the United States of America. This message is for those who understand the true meaning of the Constitution of the United States. Back in the year 2000, I had a dream like Dr. Martin Luther King. And in this dream, I was focused in the sky, in the universe, looking straight up into a clear blue sky. And the clouds began to form the word you never heard. After this word was formed in my mind, in the darkness of my mind, like the dirt of a seed, I began to wonder, what is that word that I see in the darkness of my mind? What is that word that I don't understand in my dream? What is that word I've never heard? So when I woke up, the first thing I did, I turned around and I looked at my clock on the wall. It was 3 o'clock a.m. a.m. in the morning, my brothers and sisters. 3 a.m. And then I wrote it down on a white piece of paper and shined it in the light and pronounced it Posmatology. Posmatology. What does it mean? Posmatology. Tell me, what does posmatology mean, my brothers? Do you know the definition of that word? I never heard. I'm sure you never heard it either if you're watching this video. If you're watching this video and you haven't hit my Larry Shelton's Facebook page, then you are missing on the truth, America. Posmatology. Posmatology. Do y'all know the definition out there, America? Hey, America, who can Facebook me or whatever? Larry Shelton say you know the definition of that word, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, who out there can do it? But I'm gonna break it down to you because it's time to keep it real, man. You know what I'm saying? We in our last days, my brothers and sisters. God is right here on earth right now as He's working through me to talk to you. Realize it or not, America. Posmatology. P-O-S. P-O-S. The positive thinking. It's an art. You can master the art of thinking positive in Christ Jesus. Because Jesus gave His life, the ultimate sacrifice for God. We all must pay that ultimate sacrifice for God one day. Whatever means are necessary it may be. Thinking. T-H-I-N-K-I-N-G. The study of positive spiritual thinking. So as a man think, so is he or she. You know, but before, but after I wrote that word down, you understand what I'm saying? And I really wanted to feel it and understand it. I started saying the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Lord, give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And Lord, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For this is your kingdom. You have the power and the glory that will last forever and ever. After I said that, I picked up my Bible, you know what I'm saying, the King James Version. Don't forget about King James now. A king now. King James. And in the King James, I open up to the Gospel according to John, the first chapter, the first book. And it reads, I quote, in the beginning, the Word was God. Posmatology was God in my dream. A seed planted through this shell of mine. Because he knew that this spirit was one of a kind. a man, a woman. God created a man, a woman. So at the end of your prayer, always say a man, a woman. You feel me? Don't just say amen, 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 amen. You know, what about the women of the world? Women were created by God also. So at the end of the Institute of Posmatology, we say a man, a woman, to complete our prayer where the angels can carry them to heaven, to God. A man, a woman. But Einstein once said, in order to change the world, we must change our way of thinking. Not physically, but spiritually. Remember, America, it's about face, not race. Don't get it twisted. A race is a 100-yard dash. A race is the Indy 500. A race is a Kentucky Derby. Don't get it twisted, America. Don't get it twisted, because we've been evicted by the state of Missouri, you know what I'm saying? By the Housing Authority in Columbia, Missouri. And I want to get this message out to America that a lot of elderly people, human rights are being violated under the authority of the Housing Authority. Not only here in Missouri, but also in California and possibly other states. And I feel like it's time for a Housing Reform Act bill or something to change the way housing is ran, to change the style. Everybody that worked for a farm, get out of here. Hire a whole new crew. Change everything. Give everybody a pink slip. God damn it. Excuse my French. But anyway, there's time to change, because the elderly and the handicapped and the disabled are being denied housing. Okay, you say, okay, what you mean they being denied housing? Okay, you get evicted for allegations that you take all the way to the bench trial of the judicial system, and the judge still ruled, and you have evidence to prove that the allegations are just bull crap. Come on now, keep it real, you know. But because we did not present the evidence in an orderly fashion, that's what the judge said, in an orderly fashion, I ain't going to accept it. But I got a tape proving that the director of the Housing Authority, what's his name? Mr. Steinfeld, he lied under oath. He committed perjury in front of the judge under oath. He denied speaking of our religion first. He said, we spoke it into existence first, which I have evidence on audio at her final hearing for her life, liberty, and property. I have evidence that proves that he lied on the courtroom. Well, we got social media out here now, and I'm putting it out there right now. Judge Sodergren, retired, of Jefferson City, Missouri, for the simple fact that he violated my constitutional rights. I have video showing my landlord evicted my institution, giving me the finger. Giving me the finger with both hands. This man did that at Posmatology. Disrespect. I'm tired of the disrespect of my religion, of my organization, that's supposed to be in good standing with the state of Missouri.
Pulled down his pants.
He pulled down his pants also to show his butt. We dragged away from there. I ain't want Miss Gladys seeing all that provocative illustration of Brett DeFore, or whatever his name is. You know, it was a face that had a spirit that was very evil. The man should probably be a good brother, you know what I'm saying? Go home to his kids, he love them, but when that evil spirit pops in him, his whole demeanor changes, America. His whole demeanor changes, and he becomes that negatology, not posmatology. We don't deal with negatology, we deal with posmatology, the most powerful energy in the world. But right now, this generation is so focused on negative energy. It's time to put an end, America, to negatology and invest in posmatology. Take stock in America. It's time for a new organized system of belief. It's true, Christianity has great principles. Islam has great principles. Capitalism has great great principles, ever how you want to say it. Even the Buddhists, they have great principles. But posmatology only has one principle. One principle. Believe in the study of positive spiritual thinking through Christ Jesus, who died. Because the word says, those who believe, who will confess that Jesus is Lord. Come on, America. You'll live forever. Posmatology will live forever. When I'm dead and gone, it's going to be roaming. It's going to be growing like the trees in the forest. The legacy of a nation in America. A new religion. A new organized system of belief. But God said, hey, I got to give you a choice, my brother. You either could believe in posmatology or negatology. The choice is up to you, my brother. The choice is up to you. You feel me? Posmatology or negatology. So, other words, if the world was to be exploded, America, by the bombs and the destruction of negativity, if all the bombs, if they push them, they can go right ahead. Because the only thing they're going to destroy is negatology, not posmatology. Posmatology will still exist right here on earth as it is in heaven. America, wake up and smell the coffee.
Smell something.
The door is open. Knock, and God will let you in. Be a member of the Institute of Posmatology. Take stock in the word you never heard. Or continue to take stock in posmatology. It will grow more and more. But if you continue taking stock in negatology, the world will die. The world of negatology. But not the world of posmatology. Because you can't destroy what God created. You can't. You just can't. Don't you realize that now, America? No matter how much you have tried, America, you will never destroy God's kingdom right here on earth as it is in heaven. Because he will give us this day our daily bread and forgive us of all the negativity that we have caused in America. All the negativity that was put down upon us will be destroyed. The memory of those actions will disappear. But God will stand still right here, America. Feel the power of posmatology. Don't let it pass you by. Because if you die and God asks you, what's the word you never heard? He won't let you in if you don't know. Just don't respond to negatology. Respond to that in any type of way, any type of way, any type of way. America, Einstein once said, in order to change the world, like I said, we must change our way of thinking. Not physically, but spiritually. It's our spirit that God's concerned about, not the flesh. Only the devil is concerned about the flesh, but the flesh will be destroyed, and the Spirit of God will live. A man, a woman. Just carried it all the way up to heaven. The angels have grabbed a hold. The two angels. When the two angels came down and grabbed a hold of this prayer, it was a man and a woman angel. Keep it real, America. Yep. But it's all good, you know what I'm saying? Because God gonna always make a way. He's going to prevent negatology from destroying your spirit. He's going to be able to give you the strength you need to succeed, to carry on for eternity. You will carry on for eternity. Because the seed has been planted, America. It's time for me to lay back and relax and reap the benefits of all of the destruction that was put upon the Institute of Posmatology, the study of positive spiritual thinking. So as a man think, so is he or she, a man, a woman. Keep it real, America. Don't get it twisted. It's about faith, not race.